Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. I know I look kind of tore up. I apologize. It's Friday night, about 11:40 p.m. I want to make sure I get this trading recap out to you guys. I'm going to be busy this weekend. I'm going to be out of the country. I'll be going to Mexico with my lady and her family. So I want to make sure I'm consistent on keeping you guys updated on how my weekly trading went. So in this video, I'm going to be going over my two biggest wins and also my two biggest losses. And then I'm going to be showing you guys a quick screen of what my trades were this week. I took a lot of paper cuts, and then I kind of did take some big losses this week. I traded with bigger size, but I'll go more into that into the video. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, let's go ahead and jump into it. What I'm going to first show you guys is, I'm going to show you guys this. Alright, so what I learned from trading this week was, number one, don't anticipate breakouts. I got fucked hard on not on anticipating breakouts. Number two was make sure you realize support and resistance before going into a trade. That helps a lot. Number three is don't revenge trade. Number four is definitely be patient, waiting for my setups to happen. Five is trading with smaller size unless I'm 100% sure about my position. And then six is don't let fear of missing out control you, aka don't chase stocks. So, and then these are going to be my biggest wins and then my biggest losses. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with my biggest losses this week. Actually, first what I'm going to go off of is this. Alright, so the week started at 419. I didn't start off the week pretty well. So I lost 63 bucks on rail, which was a NASDAQ. Small position for a breakout. I added to my position because it's midday. Market wasn't doing so well. It's a kind of like a let's see where this goes. And I was out for a $63 loss. And then DSER and DSER. This play just dipped out of nowhere, to be honest with you guys. And then this one, it held the level when it dipped, so I answered again. But it broke a key level, so I got stop loss out. And then I was pretty much done for the day at that point. But as you can see, I ended up going back in. Breakout got stuffed on another stock for a -3 loss. And then I ended up going back in on ENZC for a breakout. It's the end of the day, OTC breakout with volume, not holding overnight for me. Hard time transitioning red to green, and its history is no real gap up on first green day. So for Monday I ended up losing 113 bucks, but it would have been much worse if I didn't have this 160. Okay, so then that was the 19th. The 20th, so I guess I'll start off with, I guess my win. Beautiful morning panic bounce here on ADHC. So that's going to be this one. Like I told you guys, I'm trading with bigger size because I've grown my, so just quick disclaimer, all of the profits and losses that I post on my Twitter, on my Instagram right now, those are all paper trades. So that's why I put PT in front of my trades. I don't want you guys to think that I'm making this big baller money, because it's not the case, at least not yet. And the reason why I am paper trading right now is because so when I do start trading with the live account, I'll have a lot more experience going into the market, since I've never done this before. And doing this paper trading, it gives me real life experience in a real life market with live action, but with fake money profiting and lossing. Now, once I do start trading with real money, my profits and losses are going to be much smaller. Reason being is because I'm not going to be trading like the way I'm trading right now, because with the US government, there's rules set into play where you could only trade a certain amount of times each week, unless you have an account over $25,000 or you have a large cash account. And in my position, I'm only going to be trading with $2,000 starting out, so I'll have to grow $2,000 into over 25K unless I add money to my account. And then from there, I'll be able to trade with bigger positions once I start trading with a cash account. If you watch my other videos, I explain the PDT rules in the cash account, and you can find that on the 5 things you should know before becoming a day trader if you want to know more about that. But I just want to be fully transparent with you guys, so you guys don't think that I'm making all this big baller money when it's not the case. Like I said, at least not yet, but I am getting very good practice I am getting very good practice in, because this is a skill set that you learn and develop over time. Okay, so with that being said, the first one is going to be a morning panic a morning panic dip buy. So right here, the market opened, it panicked, and then it dipped. I ended up getting in somewhere around here, and I exited somewhere around here. And so with that one was, I believe I profited about 580 bucks. I sized into it. I took a lot bigger size, so pretty much what that means is the more stock that you get, obviously the more it goes up, the more you profit, or the more it goes down, the more you lose. And if you trade with smaller size, if it goes down, you won't lose as much, and if it goes up, you won't win as much. So that's pretty much what that means in layman terms. So that was the first one. So that was ADHC. Okay, so now let's go back to the other one. Perfect, beautiful morning panic bounce play. Nothing else to say about that. The next one is going to be my loss with ENZC, anticipated breakout. Note to self, don't anticipate breakouts. And I broke this rule plenty of times this week, and I paid for it, and I got fucked hard. So, ENZC, let's go to it. So ENZC right here, entered at 0.1514, exited at 0.144. I bought 20,000 shares, and I lost $148. And like I said, don't anticipate breakouts. So let me go ahead and show you the chart. 0.1514, which was pretty much about right here. I was trying to get this breakout right here, and what I did is I anticipated it since it was coming up, and that shit fucking dipped. So I ended up cutting my losses, and that's where I lost my 148 bucks. And how I should have played this was I should have caught this breakout right here, because this would have been the daily breakout, and then as you could see, it went up. Now you can say, well, Jonathan, it ended up going up the rest of the day. Yes, you're right, but if I lost 148 bucks in my position, imagine how much down I'd be right here. And not all of them go back up. And actually, if you look at it, this is the next day, so I honestly wouldn't have been out for a big I wouldn't have been out for a large gain or anything. But that's what happened with ENZC. So don't anticipate breakout, guys. This one is going to be TCAT. I got fucked hard on this one as well. And this one was, the breakout got stuffed. I didn't cut my losses. Plus I traded with bigger size. Almost done here, you guys. Sorry. If you guys are still watching, I appreciate you. Right here, I was playing this breakout, you guys. Boom. And then it got stuffed. And it didn't continue breaking out. And it consolidated, and then it ended up breaking out to new highs. But I was trading with bigger size, so even with these small ticks, it could go down a lot. And since these are American exchange, these are super duper volatile. Rather than with these OTCs, they don't move as fast. They're actually kind of pretty slow. But with these big run ups, those can add up really fast. And just as fast as they add up, they could downplay just as fast as well. So with this, where is it at? Yeah, with this TCAT, it just dropped. So I cut my losses. But if I would have held through this consolidation, then I would have been out for a nice gain. And this is why I said in the beginning of the video, for one of my rules is to make sure you realize support and resistance before you get into a trade. So what I could have done is I could have held this level right here for resistance. This level, so I'm looking at the top of this candle, or I could even go down right here. There's a little bit of slippage right there, not as much, but since it's so volatile and it moves down and then it goes back up, you can't really notice it. But if it's something like this, then obviously I'm gonna cut it. But with this, I didn't realize my support, and if I did, then I would have been out for a gain. So that's where I fucked up. So that's TCAT, you guys. So RGBP, this is going to be another one. I ended up profiting $665 from this one. I traded with bigger size. I got 175,000 shares. If you guys want to do the math on it, go ahead. I don't know the math off the top of my head, and I don't want to do it. So this ended up being a breakout. It dipped, and I added to my position. I did not sell at the exact top. It started dipping, so I ended up just collecting my gains. Let me go ahead and show you guys that chart. Yep, so I ended up getting the breakout kind of perfect right here. at 246. I know it says 245 right there on the far right, but I ended up getting the breakout right here because I was buying this breakout. So it broke out right here, consolidated, and then it dipped, and this is where I added to my position, and then it ended up going up, and then I ended up selling. Right here because it dipped, and I was already up so much, so I wanted to collect my gains. But if I would have held, I would have ended up. I ended up would have exiting, probably not for, actually, not that much more, to be honest with you. Actually, a little bit more, but that doesn't matter. Point of the matter is I collected my gains. This was a really good read regarding the breakout level. I realized where it was going to break out, and this ended up supporting right here, and I added to my position, and then I ended up continuing breaking out, and I collected my gains. So this one was a really good trade, you guys. So that's RGBP, and then the last one is going to be ADHC, which is the one I already showed you. And then this is gonna be kind of like my paper cuts that I showed you throughout the beginning of the video. If you guys want to go ahead and see this, you guys can click the link in my description, or if you guys are come from my Instagram, from my Snapchat, or from my Twitter, you could click the link in my bio, and you could click on the tab that says My Trades, and you guys are able to see this. You guys can see all of it, and I write this down here not only for you guys but also for me, so when I go back and review my trades, I know what my mindset was going in and going out of the trade and what the pattern was. So that's pretty much my week, you guys. I did kind of trade a lot this week, but I took a lot of paper cuts, and I did definitely some trading that I shouldn't have done. Also, this one, don't anticipate breakouts, and I went back in again because I'm a fucking degenerate, and FOMO was kicking in, and then I ended up profiting because the stock held the previous breakout level, so I had to go and based off that, and I profited 204. And then the OCGN was a good one, which is also a NASDAQ, and then OCGN, another one. FOMO kicked in, so I had to go back in, but I also left money on the table with that one. So OTC land wasn't really kicking in this week, so I had to trade some NASDAQs, and NASDAQs are definitely a lot more volatile. But let me go back to my face. But other than that, you guys, that's pretty much my trading week. If you guys are still watching this, I super duper appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys for coming along with me with my journey here. And I kind of take pride in being transparent with you guys. And if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a likes. Go ahead and comment. Thank you guys for the comments from the past, and thank you guys for the likes as well. It helps. So go ahead and do that again. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night.